I received the following letter. Quote, I've been dating Trista for over a year. 6 months ago, I had an affair with another woman and Trista found out about it. Ever since then, she's wanted to know where I've been, what I've been doing, with whom, and so on. This is a real drag. The other day I mentioned that we hired a new employee and the first thing she wanted to know was whether it was a woman. When I said yes, she said, oh, how convenient for you. She keeps making comments to remind me of the affair. Just how long do I have to keep paying for a mistake I made long ago? When do I get to be done with this thing? Whenever I ask her if she can ever trust me again, she says, trust is earned. But she doesn't trust anything I do, so how can I ever earn it? End quote. I've learned that when people keep repeating a particular thing over and over again, the most common reason that they do is that people are not hearing them. They keep repeating it so that somebody will finally hear them. What I'm suggesting is that you're not listening to your girlfriend. Now, you might reasonably ask, how can I know that, sitting here probably hundreds of miles from where you live without watching the two of you interact? Well, it's pretty easy, actually. You give it away with your letter. Look at what you've said and haven't said in your brief words. First, you said that Trista found out about your affair rather than you telling her about it. So, you were not really honest with her about the affair in the first place. And you haven't said anything about telling Trista that you were not only unfaithful, but sneaky and dishonest, and that she was therefore justified in distrusting you in the future. She has no reason to believe that you wouldn't take the same approach the next time, that you wouldn't lie to her again until you were caught red-handed. And you didn't acknowledge that to her, or at least you didn't say that you did. Second, you complained about how all this is a real drag for you, but you said nothing about how this might have affected her. So it's pretty obvious that Trista isn't getting much compassion from you and real listening about how this has all affected her. Third, you expressed no real regret for your behavior. So it's not very likely that the regret you expressed to Trista was very profound either. My guess is that she's been trying to get you to express true regret, and you're not listening to that. The bottom line is that in your letter, you talked about nothing except how all this is a big drag and inconvenience for who? You. You didn't indicate any sign that you understand Trista at all, or that you've been listening to her. And I promise you that that attitude has been getting across to her. She doesn't feel listened to, so she keeps pounding you with the same stuff over and over, hoping that you will finally hear her. This is what comes across to you as nagging, but you're still not listening. So, what can you do to make this right? Fortunately, we'll talk about that in our next session.